Hello, good morning. My name is Robi Purnawan, and I am an MBA candidate from School of Business and Management, Institut Teknologi Bandung, Indonesia. And at this opportunity, I would like to present my paper titled Development of Government of West Java Province Appraisal System. First, I would like to give you a glance about West Java itself. So West Java province is one of the province with a large area in Indonesia, and it has a lot of potential natural resources in the form of mountains, jungle, seas, beaches, and rivers. And it consists of 27 cities and regencies that have administrative relation. The province with the largest population in Indonesia, which is 48 million people, and consists of 46 regional agencies that have their respective main tasks and function to manage the authority of West Java province. So West Java province has the vision to achieve West Java inner and outer champion with innovation and collaboration. And to achieve that vision, West Java has mission to forming a vious human, and then also forming improvement in innovative public services, accelerate the growth of sustainable environmental, and also development on connectivity and structuring, also improving productivity and economy in digital technology mainly, and also realizing innovative governance. But on top of that, West Java Province has concern to provide public services to the community to create prosperous society. It is one of the local government, one of the 34 provincial government in Indonesia, and coordinate also manage provincial affairs in 27 cities and regencies, and handling public services for the nearly of 50 million people in West Java province. To achieve the vision, West Java province has strategy in productivity and growth. In productivity, it's has a strategy to improving the human resources or government employees, and also streamline regional revenue and expenditure budget, one of which is employee performance allowance. And in growth strategy, they do adding a new product development and innovation, and one of which is the innovation in employee performance appraisal system. West Java province has 34,000 civil servants as its human resources, and also managing 276 government offices as their physical assets, and also managing 32 trillion regional revenue and expenditure budget as their financial capital. And also in their management, West Java province conducted the public services through 46 regional agency units, and it's dominated by elements of bureaucracy, and especially the human resource management is managed by the regional personnel agency using performance appraisal through information technology system. There's a legal factor in West Java province itself that push them to do the employee performance appraisal. So actually, there's a law that stating the local government must conduct the employee management process through employee performance appraisal, and using the performance appraisal value as the basis for payment of performance allowances or additional employee income. So basically, the performance appraisal will appraise the employee performance of West Java province government, which consists of two big variables, which are the employee performance targets and behavior. And the employee performance score is going to use as a basis to pay the employee performance allowances. And the current performance appraisal in West Java province is actually now they are currently use an information system-based performance appraisal system called the TRK system. In Indonesian, it is abbreviation for performance remuneration allowance. And then a TRK is a web-based system that can be accessed by employees from a computer or smartphone to report and appraise the performance. And the reported employee performance consists of various variables, including daily work activities, key performance indicators or KPI, behavior review, and also attendance. Employee performance appraised monthly then becomes the basis for performance allowance payment. These are the variables they are currently using to appraise the performance. So basically the performance score coming from two big variables, which are employee performance target and the behavior. In the employee performance target, they are measuring this into several variables, which are daily activities, key performance indicators, and budget management performance. And in daily activities, it is divided into two kinds of activities, which are main activities and general activities. Main activities is all of the activities that related to their main function and role, but general activities is the activities that outside their main function and role. And in behavior itself, they are using two kind of approach to measure or to appraise the behavior. First is using 360-degree review, and the second is using work behavior report based on evidence. In 360-degree review, they are going to review monthly about the service orientation of employee, and then the commitment, the cooperation, work initiative, and leadership. And from work behavior report based on evidence, they are going to calculate the data about the leader's special instruction, meeting reports or briefing, work initiative report, and then attendance to the office, working minutes, and then punctuality at the weekly ceremony, and also subordinate presence. And all of these variables are going to calculate it by system that going to end it up into performance score and as a basis for the performance allowance. So what happened right now in West Java province? Actually, from the performance assessment conducted from the January 2020 to July 2021, the average employee performance score tend to keep increasing. And also, as you can see from the graph on your screen, the result of the employee performance appraisal in June. So I took the data specifically on last June. The distribution of employee performance is concentrated in the range of values above 90%, with 88.7% of employees are having performance score between 90 to 99.9%, and only 2.7% of employees have performance score below 80%. And also later on, when I'm zooming into each regional department with the highest and lowest average performance score, the employee performance score in each department is also concentrated above the value of 90%. So you can see this is like some of the regional agency. The performance score in each department is concentrated above the value of 90%. But in contrast, this very high employee performance is not in line with organizational performance. For example, the performance of the regional planning and development agency employee is compared to the problem of inequality that still exists, which is one of the responsibility of the regional planning and development agency. So as you can see on the left side is the graph that's showing the employee performance score in the agency. And in the right side, you can see the inequality problem that still exists. And a very high performance score also affect the use of the performance allowance payment budget, because the performance allowance payment is made based on performance. So the use of a budget for payment of performance allowance is keep increasing month by month. So the issue that will be discussed in this paper is mainly about there's legal factors mandate for the implementation of employee performance appraisal and using it as a basis to pay employee performance allowances. So West Java province conduct employee performance appraisal, and the result, the average of employee performance score are high. But ideally, high employee performance is also in line with organizational performance in solving development problems. And also the high employee performance score affect the large expenditure of the West Java provincial government in paying employee performance allowances. But in contrast, there are still development problems faced by the West Java provincial government, and also the expenditure are not commensurate with the expected outcomes. So that is why the performance score is not in accordance with the actual employee performance, and the performance appraisal system needs to be evaluated and developed. Moreover, the current performance appraisal system does not support the West Java vision to become the champion province. The champion province means to provide the best public services to the community and become the best province in various ways, one of which is the absence of development problems. This can be achieved if employees as government actors can perform their best performance. And the best performance is measured through a performance appraisal system. A good performance appraisal system can differentiate well-performing employees among the rest, but currently the existing performance appraisal system cannot perform that. To do the research, I'm using the mixed method approach and also using interview and focus group discussion as my primary data, and using the government internal regulation data and documents, also website, relevant journal and article as my secondary data. And then also focusing on this framework about employee performance to evaluate and seeing deeper about the performance of employee in West Java province. But specifically, I'd like to going deeper into the method in behavior that they are currently using right now, because from the interview that I have conducted, the key respondent highlighted actually this method in behavior is one of the main problem they are currently facing, because the method they are using right now is giving really high score for the employee, which I will talk later in this presentation. So what interesting in West Java province itself, they have two kind of behavior method review. The first is the behavior review, and the second is peer review questionnaire. And what are the difference? So actually the behavior review is part of the performance appraisal to assess the work behavior of employee according to the regulation of the central government. And it is used as a basis for a payment and has some of the question, and also using graphic rating scale method. And they are review the peers by putting the answer whether one employee always, often, or sometimes doing some kind of activity as indicators of their behavior. But there's no other rating rules in the behavior review. So as you can see on the second graph, the orange graph, the blue graph showing the score distribution. They mainly showing us it gives us like a really high score of peer review. And to adding those behavior review West Java province has right now, West Java is using peer review questionnaire that actually it is initiation of the government of West Java province to obtain comparative and complementary data on employee work behavior. And the peer review itself used as consideration for employee career development. And peer review questionnaire has some kind of rating rules, which are the number of different values entered is at least 3, and then the diversity of values or standard deviation of at least 0.6, and it is going to be calculated automatically through system or by system. And the more diverse or non-monotonous the input values, the higher the diversity of values or standard deviation. So actually these two kind of behavior method is going on in West Java province to complete the performance data, because the data from behavior review give us a high score, and it's become the problem when it comes to decide and pick which are the highest performance employee that is going to be put or placed in the higher position in the government. So to help to make those decisions, then West Java province using peer review questionnaire to compare and to as a commentary of the data. Because what happened in behavior review, when there is no rules, people tend to give the other people the highest score possible, or give the other employee with the same score, and it is become a problem when we would like to pick which one employee has the highest performance score. So since West Java province has two kind of behavior review, then we try to doing the simulation to calculate the new performance review if we are using the current behavior review or using the combination of behavior review and peer review questionnaire, or whether to replace the old behavior review with the peer review questionnaire score. And from the simulation A, as you can see, we are using 100% of behavior score. And in simulation B, we are using 50% of behavior score and 50% of the peer review questionnaire score. And in the simulation C, we are using 100% of peer review questionnaire score. So in simulation C, we are replacing the behavior score they currently use right now. And from the result on the graph, as you can see, the graph from simulation C giving us more distributed score comparing to the simulation A or B's graph. And from the result of confirmation and validation to key respondents, simulation C is considered more suitable and describe the current performance condition of employee when compared to the performance score generated from previous performance appraisal. Not to mention seeing the potential efficiency of the performance allowance budget that can be used for other development priorities. So from this research, we found that actually the method of peer review questionnaire they are currently used by West Java province right now can address the issue and problem in the old behavior review used by probably many organizations, because in the normal behavior review, people will just give kind of normal score to everyone, and they are going to give a same score to everyone. So when it comes to pick the highest performance, the employee with the highest performance, we are going to have a trouble and facing a hard time. But with this kind of peer review questionnaire, it's helped us to kind of distributed the distribution of employee performance score, and also in West Java case itself, it helped to give a high number of potential efficiency of performance allowance budget. And in the case of simulation C, the average performance score is going down into 87%, which is confirmed by the key respondent is suit with the existing condition, and also can save the budget up to 13%. So that's all my paper. Thank you so much and have a good day.